Hi, my name is Jess Butler, and this is my employability presentation. In this presentation, I will be talking about the effects of interrelating jobs in the performing arts industry and how they can affect freelance performers. In the performing arts industry, there are many jobs, and most of these jobs interlink with each other. Examples of these roles within the industry are performers, producers, casting directors, stage managers, choreographers, designers, and backstage crew. Some examples of jobs that relate to each other would be a dancer. A dancer's job is to make sure that they can portray and have the skill level to make a production come to life. Dancers and choreographers work very closely with each other, as without dancers there would be no one to perform the choreography, and without the choreographer is also a very important role within the performing arts industry, as they can choreograph many different pieces within a production, meaning they need to know everything about what the performance is about and what is needed to be portrayed by the choreography. Choreographers work very closely with producers to make sure that the concept of the choreography can fit the producer's vision and stay within the budget of the production. The choreographer will also ask a lot of input from the producer and change anything that does not look right. Producers' role in the performing arts industry is a crucial role as they handle the financial and logistic aspects into productions. Producers work closely with the casting directors as they want the best talent to be casted with their production, so we'll set a budget and an idea of what type of performers they are looking for, as well as numbers they will need. Another role in the performing arts industry is casting directors, who have the decision of which performers get through to the final rounds of auditions, narrowing down the choices. To this, they will need to interact with the directors. This is because the directors are the ones who have the final say in who gets booked and will usually be in the final round of an audition with the casting director. Another important role is the director. The role of the director is to create a version of a production. They collaborate a lot with stage managers, making sure that everything runs smoothly during rehearsals, tech and dress runs. They also make sure that they have the correct size of venue and they have all the correct equipment that is needed. An essential role for the production to run smoothly is a backstage crew, as they have many different jobs, one including making sure that the right sets and props are on stage or ready to go on. This means that they need to work closely with the designers. This is because the backstage crew may need to have sets that can roll onto stage, so by talking to the designers is what makes it possible. Within the role of a designer, they are in charge of designing the costumes for the piece, making sure that they can fit within the theme of the production and are well made so that no issues can occur when a show is happening. Designers will work very closely with the dancers, making sure that all costumes are fitted according to each dancer, as well as the costume does not limit their movement, making it hard to dance and ruining the effect of the performance. Designers will also fix any breakages with dancers, props or costumes. For a freelancer in the performing arts industry, having strong relationships with various roles is very important, as there are many jobs. It is important to open these doors to provide more opportunities, valuable network connections, and this will help them to get booked in the future. By making strong connections within the industry and building a good reputation for yourself, this can lead to constant work.
Red Production Company's work is a television series called Happy Valley. In a production such as this one, freelance roles are crucial. One freelancing job would be a location scout, who are hired to find different locations that would fit the theme of upcoming episodes. Communication can slow down if a location scout does not relay the correct information about the location or properties. Information such as noise levels, areas that are not accessible, and other people who may just be continuing their normal lives. If this information is not reported to the camera crew or director, this will cause the production team to lose valuable time and potentially get kicked off the property. Another vital freelancer job is the costume designer. If the costume designer is not informed about the specific requirements of the scene, including the weather conditions or the ground type, the costumes might not be practical or authentic, requiring last-minute adjustments, which would wasting time, money and resources. As a freelancer, it is vital you have good communication skills, as a location scout would receive criticism for not relaying the information. As well, the costume designers will be put on the spot to show their skills, having to fix costumes with the resources they have. Also, if information can be proven to have been received and you have ignored this, then it would give you a reputation of being unorganised and unprepared. All of this can cost a production company time and money. As a result, they would blame all of this on the freelancers, costing them their reputation in the performing arts industry. For promotional materials, I currently have up-to-date headshots. These are useful to keep to date, as in previous headshots I had coloured hair, which I now no longer have. So if I was needed to submit to either a casting director or agencies, it could create a false sense of what I currently look like. Having a professional showreel is very important, especially when auditioning. You can use a showreel to email to casting agents. You can also put them on professional online profiles/portfolios. Certain sites such as Spotlight, which is an agency that lets you put all your information, such as height, eye colour, weight, shoe size and hair colour. This lets casting agents see more information about you, and by adding in show reels, lets everyone see your personality, unique abilities and dance style in ways that facts and pictures cannot. But if you do not keep it up to date, then you can fall behind on the ever-changing industry. I've not kept up to date with updating mine, and last updated it about a year ago. Making sure that you have all these as a freelance performer is vital, as they can help you all when trying to book jobs. By putting in the time and getting new headshots taken and updating showreels and CV, it allows you to keep up to date with the latest trends and with the industry, giving you a better chance of booking jobs and getting on the books. To enhance my potential of getting employed, I'll make sure that I'm keeping up with the performing arts industry and new trends that are happening, so that I can stay relevant, engaged, and show that I'm willing to compete for the role/job. By staying relevant with certain trends such as music, it can also help to give me an edge in auditions. Another way to enhance my employability is by updating my CV with jobs that I perform in, as well as when auditioning with choreographers, it allows them to see who else I have worked with in the industry, as there are many new and upcoming choreographers who will recognise names and may have professional relationships with one another. By continuing to train and improve my dance ability, it will also help me to create new styles and abilities to include into my showreel. By including new skills, it will allow me to show off my versatility as a dancer so that casting agents can engage more with the unique skills and help me to stand out from other candidates. Physically and mentally challenging, it is a very competitive and demanding industry. By taking care of yourself, it will allow you to stay positive and resilient, as when in auditions or in between jobs, it can be a very stressful time. Many in the industry will face lots of rejection, but it's essential to not give up and stay in a healthy mind place, allowing you to learn and grow as a performer. If a performer is struggling with their mental health, it can make it hard for them to carry on to train, audition or work, and could lead to a dancer to burn out, forcing them to take a break. Mental health issues could also cause a negative impact on a dancer's physical health. Issues such as eating disorders, which is estimated to affect 12 to 14% of dancers, and around 20% to 50% for depression. If a performer is struggling with underfueling and not getting the proper nutrition, it can cause illness, injury and a longer recovery time. That is why it is essential that dancers look after their bodies. Ways to do this would be by getting enough sleep, eating well-balanced meals, and taking rest to recover, making sure not to overtrain. By making sure that your body is getting everything that it needs, it will help to increase a dancer's long-term career and continue to train at high intensities. To help me improve and strengthen my skills in the future, one thing I've chosen to work on is my resilience. Working on my resilience while in training will aid me in the future to be able to handle the stress of the industry and rejection in a healthier way. By staying resilient, it will allow me to continue my training when it gets difficult and learn from past mistakes instead of dwelling on what went wrong. This will help me in my future to stick with the process, allowing me to have a healthier mindset and hopefully book jobs from auditions. Another skill I've chosen to work on is self-discipline. Working on this skill is vital as it will aid me in staying committed to the training, help me to manage my time effectively, achieve my goals and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Having no self-discipline could impact my future as I could lose motivation and not achieve any of my goals or damage my health, which is not what I need when attempting to make a name for myself in the performing arts industry.